Hey everyone, so after waiting over 3 months for my brand new 2022 Corolla to arrive at the dealer, I just found out the car was completely destroyed. So back in November, I decided I wanted to pick up a new 2022 Corolla because that's sort of this is the end of the older engine setup for the car. I kind of wanted to stick with that for now. So since the production was over for the 2022s, I was looking at cars that were either in dealer inventory or in transit to the dealer. So there was 2 in New Jersey that were the exact spec I wanted. LE blueprint exterior, black interior, LE convenience package. So one dealer had one in stock. They wanted $5,000 over sticker for the car. I told them not paying over sticker for a car like this. I got them down to $1,000 over. That was the lowest they would go. I said, no, thank you. The other dealer that I found initially wanted $2,000 over sticker. So I hadn't negotiated with them yet because I actually found a car up in Massachusetts about 4 hours away from me that was also the exact spec I wanted. Now, I'm not afraid to drive far or go far to get the exact car I want. This car's from Iowa, this car's from Georgia, so to get exactly what you want, I think it's worth a little bit more time and effort if need be. But 4 hours away from me is really not bad. So they were asking MSRP for the car, so I'm like, you know what, I can rent a trailer for the day for not much money, and it'll probably cost me $100, $200 in gas, tolls, and rented a trailer. I can drive up there, throw in the back of a trailer on my truck, and drive it home. No big deal. So I decided, you know what, let me check with that other dealer first. So I called them back. The dealer wanted $2,000 over sticker. I said, you know what, will you guys sell this car to me at MSRP? Because there's another one available at MSRP, and if you guys don't want to, I'm just going to go get that one. Just a simple yes or no. So they talked to management. Management said, okay, we'll do MSRP since it's a 22, and we're almost into 23 at this point. So that was the deal. And as you would imagine, as time ticked on, all the other 22s got sold, and there's virtually none left in inventory. So put the down payment down on December 3rd for that car, and it had already been in transit. So I put $1,000 down to reserve the car. So they said about a 4-week estimate for the car to arrive at the dealer. So that puts it end of December, beginning of January. So end of December rolls around, I call them, they have no update car, we're not really sure what the status of the car is. So, okay, all right, well, it is what it is. Transportation is kind of slowed down for vehicles right now, so that's fine. Wait another 3-4 weeks, end of January, I give them a call back because they really hadn't reached out to me, giving me any sort of update. So they checked again. The car was in a QC quality control hold. So, all right, that's not a big deal. That happens to a lot of Toyotas for various reasons that they go into quality control, and typically it can be up to 30 days for quality control. So wait another month, call them back. Now we're into end of February. They said, all right, the car got released from QC hold. It was there for over 30 days. They said it has been released, so it will be getting shipped shortly. All right, so we're finally seeing some movement, or we're basically more or less 3 months into it at this point. So that was end of February at some point. Well, I'm sitting at work yesterday, dealer calls me. All right, my car's finally in. Things been in transit for probably 100+ days. Pick up the phone, we got bad news for you. Your car has been completely destroyed. It's like, you have got to be kidding me, because I knew there was no other 22s left for this at this point. So I'm like, what happened to the car? They said it was on a truck coming out of Texas up to New Jersey, and the truck got hit by what they said was a tornado, and every car on the truck was destroyed. So I was a little skeptical when I first heard that, because the car's built in Mississippi. Why the heck is it in Texas? And it got hit by a tornado? Really? Like, what are the odds of that happening? So that's what they told me. They were very apologetic. They were willing to sell me a car, either order me one or one on the lot for what they described as a very good deal, even though I really wasn't interested in anything else. They were extremely apologetic, but I was skeptical, very skeptical. I'm like, don't tell me they sold this car out from underneath me, because I can do a vehicle history check, like a Carfax, and I can find out if they sold this car to somebody else. So first thing I thought, let me call Toyota customer service and find out if this is a true story. They're useless over there, Toyota customer service. They were basically just going to call the dealer and ask them what happened. I'm like, I explained to the woman on the phone very carefully, this is what the dealer's telling me. I want you as Toyota Corporate to verify this information. That is all I'm asking. Tell me yes or no. Well, we can't do that. We can just call the dealer and ask them what happened. I'm like, well, they're going to tell you the same thing they told me, so that's really no help. So that was basically no help there. Fortunately, I have a friend who has a family member who is a Toyota regional rep. So I put a phone call into him, explained the situation. He reached out to his family member that's Toyota rep, and within an hour, he got back to me. He said everything they're telling you is absolutely true. He himself had to make a couple phone calls, but he said that is absolutely true. The car had what is known as what the Toyota calls level 3 damage. He said level 1 is minor damage happens in transport. Level 2 is, some more moderate damage happens in transport. He said level 3 means the car is completely destroyed and completely written off. It will not be salvaged anyway. It will probably go back to Toyota and go in a crusher, and that'll be the end of that car. So, and apparently that happened to every car that was on the transport truck coming up. So, after hearing that from him, a third party, that he completely verified the information, I'm like, okay, they weren't misleading me. They wouldn't sell a car out from underneath me. This is actually what happened to the car. So I'm sure the odds of that happening are extremely slim, but unfortunately it happened. I'm just glad it happened to that car, not one of these cars, because that would have been really more upsetting. So I asked the dealer to do a nationwide search, try to find me another one. I myself also went on the Toyota website because they allow you to do a 500-mile radius search, but being we're into the third month of 2023 at this point, there's virtually nothing left. So there's only a handful of 22s left. They're really nothing as far as the spec I want. Maybe they'll get lucky and find something, but I think it's extremely unlikely at this point. So I could buy a used one, but there's no point in buying used. The used ones are just as expensive as the new ones. There's dealers asking $1,000 over for used ones still, and it's not worth it at that point. And so many people beat on their cars that I don't want to deal with the headache of a used one. So fortunately, the green car is perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that car. I'll put a little bit more money into it now, but I'll drive that thing for the foreseeable future. I have 160,000 miles on that car, so it's got plenty of life left in it. So I'll basically keep up on the maintenance on that car, put some more money into it, and I'll just keep driving it for a while. And down the road, that car will obviously eventually need replacement. I'll consider one of the newer Corollas with the newer engine, the newer setup in it, and it'll have a few more years on it. So hopefully if there are any issues with that, we'll have it worked out at that point. But it'll probably be a solid setup, a solid power plant. So it's just really unfortunate that my Corolla, that I was really looking forward to this car. I've actually seen that spec in person, and it's for just a really basic economy car, it's a sharp car. It looks really, really good. It had a lot of tech in it that I was really interested in. With me doing all the highway driving I do, it had the dynamic, the cruise control on it, the adaptive cruise, everything, automatic headlights, lane departure, blind spot monitor. So it had a lot of nice stuff that I really would like to have for a highway-driven car. So, but unfortunately, that is not going to happen. That car ended up experiencing a very short lifespan unexpectedly, and I guess this happens once in a while. I just wish that this is a pretty unique situation, and I wish Toyota would have done a little bit more, kind of reach out to customers with something like this, because I'm sure this happens, but this is probably a pretty unique situation, especially with the inventory being so low and people waiting so long for cars. For my name was reserved on the car for months, and for it to just now get destroyed in transit, and I didn't hear a word from them other than the dealer themselves. So I'm probably just going to drive the green car for the foreseeable future, and that'll pretty much be that's going to be my daily driver for the next number of years, short of something unexpectedly happening to that car. So that is the unfortunate short lifespan of my 2022 Toyota Corolla. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.